Prince.
Let's go game
Nothing
kedua
out of
bang
the
ya.
ordinary
Setelah
actually
pause
from
tadi
apart from that.
beberapa menit,
I wonder though, there was a little bit of
kita masuk ke
there was
game
a
yang kedua.
small patch that happened, right? Oh,
Kali ini Domain Cat
so
pakai
was Zushin
Hayabusa di
part of
sini
that
bang ya.
small fix?
Sementara King Kongnya
I think
pakai
Yeah.
Zoe.
Leo and I talked about it too.
Yeah.
We got a bit confused with the advanced
King
server.
That's right, that's right, yeah.
M6.
I remember that conversation. Now I was part of that desk too. By the way, if you got a glimpse of that, Doman Kite's 8-1 on the Harith, by the way. Probably the best Harith right now currently
For sure.
in the league.
Kelra yang pakai Moskop di sana.
So that's going to be something to look out for. I think Onyx is going to have to go ahead and do some damage control with Doman Kite, because if he gets insane on this Harith, he's got all the space to work with too. Again, I think the Uranus, like you mentioned, Wolf, is going to be a big part of what gives the space over here to Aurora to
sure.
set things up, especially with the Kalea they have.
And if you think about
Kalah
Onyx Philippines'
level
lineup, they
ping-pong
don't have an actual
level
hard
3.
lockdown. They have so much damage though, especially in the late game between the Moskov as well as this Joy. And you also have the threat of the Skypiercer sustainable Jushin.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways for them to deal with Aurora in
Ay,
the
sayang
late
sudah
game,
level
but in
4
the
itu.
early game. The lack of stun or
baru level
hardcore
4
stun
ya.
coming out from Onyx is going to be a big problem later on.
Yeah.
Kartu pertama
Especially
sudah
now that
muncul
you
bang ya.
see Demon Kite and just how
Ooh.
smooth he gets to launch all those quad shadows. Kellera though, trying his
Oh.
best just to get to catch up to the gold card. But why is Demon Kite making it so hard?
Doman Kite's just, that's him on the Harith, Brigitte. You know, he's him. He's basically the bully on Harith. You can see how much pressure Kelra is dealing with too.
Yeah. Kellera's actually really low now. Might have to recall for now. Edward trying to
Edwardnya
scout the
menahan.
turtle, but Super Prince is doing a great job at zoning
Dilepas aja
even
kayaknya.
Yue. So Onyx will get their hands on this objective without any contest whatsoever.
King Kong's actually a good way ahead
Yeah.
on Demon Kite right now in the Hayabusa.
I'm actually surprised that Aurora is not putting a lot of pressure on the Joy. As good as a threat the Moskov is in the late game, you also have to think about the Joy later on. I guess because they're banking on the fact that Demon Kite just needs 2 items, 3 items that can be a big threat now for the Joy when it comes to like the damage output. But the fact that Aurora's playing so passively in the past few minutes is quite concerning.
Yeah, even with this kind of lineup that they have here, maybe the plan is to just kind of get control of this early game. But right now they're losing grounds. And that's the problem, because if King Kong wants to go ahead and take control of some of these smaller camps of Demon Kites, he'll do it, because again, they can kind of play into, all right, we don't have to start fights if we don't want to. We can go ahead and scale into this, because again, this is, you have decent damage. Like if you really look at it, you have decent damage in the beginning, but really you're waiting for that Moskov to also hit that power spike.
So is Kirk gonna be the door for Aurora to start things up, because they're positioning themselves up top? Eventually, this Harith versus Moskov matchup will be
I
Tombaknya
want that crab.
nggak
grabbed so
dikasih.
badly. Okay, yeah. Eventually, this Moskov versus Harith
Kelomang.
matchup will be a wash in a way that it will not matter that much later on, especially if the Moskov gets 2 items.
Oh,
Mati
Edward might
dong.
not get out of this. King Kong,
my
electrifying beats, takes first blood. And as mentioned previously, this passive start is really becoming concerning for Aurora. Like, there's not much that they're able to do. I don't know if it's just because of the
no.
limitations.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Purify was forced out of
Oh,
Dominkai.
what a block!
Still trying to fight
Blok
against
terus,
both
code
Killer and
damage
Cusco,
terakhirnya
though.
tadi.
Doesn't have the Zaman Force, so he might have to back out for now. But now Super Prince is a target, but he fortunately has the Crimson
Dodge. Wait, did he actually dodge the quad shadow, the shadow kill?
Yeah, I think it was the Shadow
Yeah.
Kill that he
Oh my
dodged.
god, he disjointed it. Okay, so yeah, the proper term is disjointed. But Rora,
Flicker nggak kena dia.
He wasn't able to land the
Oh,
Dark
there
Wave
it
on anyone! And even the AOG didn't necessarily connect just yet, but Kirk is still going in with the
spear.
Infernal
Oh,
Pursuit,
what a
and Demon
taunt.
Kite left all alone! Gets stunned by Kirk
Lah,
right in time
Hayabusanya.
once he lands on his Shadow,
Masuk
and
lagi
he
dia.
picks up the kill too!
Wait, did he land the spear when Demon Kite went to the quad shadow?
it seems like it.
Oh, what timing!
What timing indeed, and that gave so much for the side of Onyx Philippines. We did not see it because we weren't 2 steps ahead, but Onyx
King
was
Kong
3
yang masuk
steps
ke
ahead.
dive.
They
no,
got the turtle.
Oh,
Bonus kill onto Edward. Anyway, I was about to say, that was a weird jump coming out from Kirk, but like I said, it seemed like for the naked eye, it seemed like a whiff coming out from Kirk, but it was actually a plan from Onyx. That jump from Brusco landed on the 2 members of Rora, and even when Kiko was so far away from the turtle, you gotta remember, this is a Joy, so he was able to catch up.
Look at this right now, too. You can see the leads building up here across the lanes right now for Onyx. They get that tier 1 up top. First one so far of the game.
Counter-strike
Domikai
jadi.
still pretty aggressive here. He hasn't died yet. He's dealing with a lot of pressure. He's also got a lead against
Hayabusa.
Kelra
For
Yeah.
sure.
right now in that lane.
yeah, just a bit. Although the way that Onyx is just so quick to convert to is, or will be, something that can definitely limit Aurora eventually later on. I mean, this 2-level gap existing between the junglers in itself is already very concerning if you were
Yeah.
to look at it, because Demon Kite, I don't think they've been able to make much out of the early pick-off potential that a Hayabusa has.
Yeah. Aurora kind of felt like they're running out of steam. This is so
Edward.
passive.
Oh, and now Edward gets caught once more. Is able to return under the turret
Yeah.
though, but that's the AOG. Doesn't connect onto anyone. Light knocks up both of the members of Onyx who tried to dive in, but King Kong with the
Diangkat kerja.
electrifying beats. Just look at the
Oh.
damage he's able to
Hayabusanya
throw
dapat.
out. Domekite though, he's still fighting back.
King
And
Kong
together
dead.
with Demon Kite, they're able to turn things around. They
Mata,
will
bos.
potentially pick up another kill, but all 3 will go into
Ulang
Light's
dive in
hands.
mereka.
What a masterful juggle under the turret that Rora just executed there.
And what a mistake from Onyx Philippines, jumping under Rora's banners. They might have the lead, but they are not strong in the early game. We keep talking about the fact that Rora has the much better early game. Flying Clouds not going to be there to save and help Kirk. Garcia once again.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot we were playing with
Yeah, we're playing Flying Clouds.
Mr.
Hmm,
Clouds.
terlalu
So the
dalam
replay
dia
here, they
dalam itu.
dove under the turret, which was
Dapat
definitely
lagi
a
Kelra ya.
mistake.
Kena bayangan.
And Kelra wasn't able to dodge the
Yeah.
quad shadow that Demon Kite was able to nail on, and of course, they have taken out King Kong.
It's
A big
insane.
blunder from Onyx.
Dude, Edward just started all of that, by the way.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, he was the guy, and this is exactly what you were talking about in the draft, Wolf, with the Uranus.
Yep.
Even if he died 2 times earlier in the game, he started that whole exchange
For
under
sure.
that turret.
I'm even more
It's-
surprised at how Domekite danced with the
Yeah.
Diamond Force there.
Well, he has the Purify. Edward didn't have the Purify back then, but that's the Uranus. You're already fine with him not having the Purify,
Ini
and
salah
it's so
satu-
questionable why Onyx Philippines still went for the fight.
Mati dong
Oh,
Domengkai.
here they might actually go over to
Oh
fight. The
my
way they
God,
blocked
Light.
his way. Domengkai might just be able to deal enough damage because there's no one there to set things up. Edward will be separated from the other members of Aurora, and the AOG gets dodged once more. But these are 3 members of Aurora
grabe
trying
naman.
their
Ay,
best to
busanya
escape,
kelamaan
and
itu,
Brusco
ah.
will actually get to shut Light down.
Oh, that was such a good block, though, from Light.
Ooh,
Mid lane?
Kurang damage dong.
1v1. Does King Kong have the capability to change?
Tombaknya kena.
God, okay. Okay.
Ini salah satu
Okay.
hero line
Same
up
thoughts, same
terbaik.
thoughts.
Oh, Nicky nih.
No words needed. Just an SOD.
Demon Kite's gonna have nightmares of the SOD, by the way, because that was earlier by the turtle, and then there in the
Di
mid lane.
M6.
Yeah. Rora, though, still very commendable in how they are able to peel. I mean, with the death of Demon Kite, that actually is a pretty bad exchange if you think about it. But the fact that they only sacrifice Light in favor of Domeng Kite, who is farming so well this game, 6.2k compared to 5.3k of Kelra, I think that's still pretty good for Rora. But now the question is Demon Kite ready for
Sekarang
this
kok
Lord
udah
fight?
sama bang.
This is gonna be a interesting one because it's almost like we saw last time, man. You know, not a huge gold lead or anything
Yeah.
like that for either team here, but you can just see how some of these team fights can break out, and we might see a similar situation where the first Lord fight could end the game, you know,
Yeah.
depending on how this is played out. You can see where they are focused on the map for Rora. Down on this side, they see Kelra. Oh, Light. What is he gonna do?
Kedengaran kayaknya.
Oh,
Oh, he
Kelra senses it.
Oh my god, Spider Kelra.
And now Onyx might just have the go signal to push Aurora out of this area.
Jomikai's gonna stay down there, though.
Yeah, at least they don't necessarily commit against Aurora.
Yeah, they know that. I mean, for Onyx, they know that they have the SOD anyways.
Yep.
All they need is a stun. But this ultimate from King Kong is gonna matter so much. If this does not give footing for Onyx
Dompetnya
Philippines,
sekarat
nothing
itu.
will.
Yeah, so here's the push down bot. Lord is under a half health. Are they going to go for this? Are they going to push it?
Oh, this is a 50-50 if they're actually gonna go for it, and instead Kelra will be destroying the turret down bottom before everything breaks down.
masih dapat booster dong.
Actually secures it for the team, but they might have to disengage because it's a double kill for Super Frizz. The SOD lands too, but Kelra doesn't mind.
Oh my
He's
God.
just after all the turrets.
That might have been a better trade for Onyx Philippines, getting 2 kills, a turret, and they are able to clear the Lord easily. They might even force this purple buff.
Yeah, looks like they did. So they get that done, but so Lord basically nothing for Aurora. Onyx gets control of this, and this is the power of a Moskov, man. You don't have to have him for
What a
those fights
game.
where, again, yeah, you need Dome and Kite there for this Aurora lineup.
What a game we are seeing. Still, Domin Kite is more than 1,000 gold ahead of Kera, despite the fact that Kera was able to get 2 turrets in the bottom lane, maybe 2 lanes actually of minions.
Yeah.
There still is a big gap between our gold laners that Onyx has to solve for minutes to come.
So Aurora, they still will attempt to make something out of it though, but Kelra just is able to deal with the waves so fast. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe the team fight really will or should
Good
be the way
kali
to go
sebenarnya
if you're
Onyx pakai
Aurora.
hero ini,
I
Bang.
think they're just waiting for the flicker to be
Suka
on,
mereka semua ini.
light once
Yeah.
again. Yeah, this is what I really like about Aurora. They're not forcing the Ish so much. If they don't have the resources to
Yeah.
deal with their opponents, they will not be baited into it. They're just, asserting pressure, forcing Onyx to make some mistakes of their own.
Yeah.
And once they have this flicker onto light, it's going to be attack mode again
Yeah.
for Aurora.
They just take this, what they can, basically
Yeah.
at this point. Again, scaling up Dome and Kite. At some point, Onyx going to have to go ahead and deal with this because we take a look at the items here. You can see, he's pretty locked in. Feather of Heaven, Holy Crystal, Starling of Sight.
Yeah.
He's still maintaining that good gold lead against Kelra too. Now, granted, Kelra's job for the most part is just putting pressure on that off lane wherever the objective is, and that's going to be something that Aurora will always have to keep an eye on, and playing into that. So I think the hard part here is once we look at really the objectives the Lord takes,
Yeah.
Demon Kite's work of being on this Hayabusa that's a little bit, squishy the way it works,
Yeah.
he's got to be able to time those correctly
Yeah.
to secure those objectives. But you can see, little by little, that tier 2 turret up top finally went down here. Aurora was able to get that.
Yeah. Kelra is just going to be defending up top. Does have 3 items now, and I wonder, I'm very curious what his 4th item will be. I would assume it could be Rose Gold Meteor because of the magic damage from Aurora, so that he can actually man fight against the Harith later on. I wonder if that will be the decision for Kelra.
Yeah. I'm also wondering at how the lane control is looking for both of these teams so far, especially since we're on
Kelranya
Flying
masih
Cloud.
fokus.
Like, how
Untuk
easy is it gonna be for
farming.
Aurora to manage it just the same
Yeah,
the
very
way
easy,
Kelra
actually.
does? Because of Flying Clouds, right? Like, they
Yeah.
might not need to worry about it as much.
Yeah, and Kelra is
Tapi
even
sini
utilizing the
Kelranya
Flying Clouds in the
harus
bottom lane.
Yeah.
So fast. If you see just through the minimum, it looks
berhati-hati
like
ya.
he's zooming in from one part to another.
Oh, are they going to blitz this too? They know Kelra's down there.
Yeah.
Half health on the Lord here. Edward will spot some of the members of Onyx out.
Oh.
Quarter the health on the Lord. It's going to go for a bit of a reset. Kelra is just pushing down that lane, though. Aurora has to deal with this push.
Mid lane though.
And King Kong's just hiding. He's not showing himself at all.
Yep. And the fact that Demon Guide showed himself in the mid lane might prompt some movements here coming out from Onyx, but Onyx, they're okay. And Kiko is actually keeping the Lizard so that he's able to stack
Yeah.
some of the dashes. He's just resetting it over and over.
Man, what do you do here? How do you deal with Kelra
What a dance.
if you're Aurora?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to essentially keep Demon Kite there, so then you can't even really play around this Lord.
Yeah.
So Onyx knows that.
Diangkat Edward
This is
ah.
a game of patience now for both teams. Spreven and Rora actually
Makronya Onyx
snagged the
jalan
lead for
semua ini.
whatever reason.
Oh. How?
Quietly.
Quietly but surely, but still, I think we're going to have to see how they
Naik
play
awan
it out.
Kinton
Kelra's
ya
up here
akhirnya.
towards the top now. They might blitz this Lord. It looks like the opening.
Yeah, they are trying to blitz it, but King Kong already has information. Yue bursting down super
tombaknya nggak kena.
and everyone gets knocked up. Now Demon Kite finally secures it for his team, but King Kong now with the electrifying beats, picking picking up kills
Domic's
here and
dead.
there, gets a double kill, but Edward, he finds Super Friends too. Everyone has to recall because Aurora got their hands on the Lord.
Wow. King Kong will not actually go back. Flying Clouds available for the
Hati-hati juga ya.
Hayabusa. Might find King Kong. Okay. No,
He's
not
gonna
gonna
check
be
it?
the case.
Okay,
No.
no.
Cook dice, look dicey, but Demon Kite back-to-back Lord fights. When we said the 50-50 battles will not favor Aurora, I was so wrong with that, with my keys to victory.
They want this charge in, but I don't think the Lord's gonna get it, so it's taken care of. Great push.
Kirk.
Oh,
Yin Yang overturn
Mati
already
dong.
committed. Kirk! He just
Okay,
gets
Mukak
bursted
survived.
down.
Dapatnya kill Ram.
Oh my
And he
god!
finds the kill, but gets traded out. King Kong arrives just in time to take out the Demon Kite. It's a 1-for-2 that we
mundur mereka
saw.
oh man, good play though.
Oh, that is actually a danger situation for Onyx Philippines because they need Kelra on the defense.
Okay, Super Friends going in with the Crimson Beacon, and the taunt might just be able to pick up the kill.
Shue.
But Yue with the
Dominkite.
Kagura is able to escape. Now Dominkite with the Zaman Force tries to take down Brusco's, dancing under the turret,
Oh
but
my
will
God.
have a way out if need be. You just can't get the kills.
They can't get the kills.
Oh my God, that
it's
was
the power of
scary.
the Mr. Clouds. I'm telling you, Wolf mentioned it earlier, man.
Mr.
It's a buff for the defenders.
That's
yes,
right.
I like to call him Mr. Cloud. So, hey,
Yeah.
we're still in the situation where,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
Lord
man,
was
na.
secured. It was great that Demon Kai was able to get it, but base turrets still stand here for
Ang
Onyx.
double
Let's look
item
at the replay here brought to us by
Yeah.
Infinix. Now we look at this.
I wonder why Kirkwood kept on fighting. I think that was the call. And look at that. Whoa, Demon Kite.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good play. Actually punishing Kelra in that regard. Knowing that Kelra did not have the Wind of Nature, he actually
Nah,
went
udah full item itu.
for
Hayabusanya.
the Rose Gold Meteor.
Yeah.
That's right. And then the Maleficent, so no Wind of Nature. Kelra is not safe from Demon Kite. This is why I really like Harith and
Sulit ini
Hayabusa
mengalahkan
combined
Onyx
together
pakai
because it's always
hero ini, oh.
bothersome to think about the item that you will choose as a,
Kayaknya belum
as a
pernah
marksman.
Yeah, like what defensive item do you pick up here,
Yep.
you know?
kalah hero ini.
They also have like ways to deal with Kirk too. I mean, even earlier we saw how he just got shredded down like that. They don't even have the shredder
Kecuali
necessarily,
Super
like
Prince,
quote
ya.
unquote.
Super
It was
Prince.
just Yue, the Yin Yang overturns, and the
Mungkin
constant
nggak
hits from
terlalu.
Dominkite.
That's right.
I mean, there's so much respect coming in from Aurora too to think that's an early Sea Halberd for Demon Kite and even the Glowing Wand
Yeah.
from Yue. So yeah, they have ways to deal with it if they wanted to.
The thing is, too, that at this point, like, Edward is the walking vision for Aurora right now. But Onyx, I feel like you still have to really be considerate of how they're, like, again, if Kalra doesn't die, if he's able to go ahead and stay alive, just like how Domikai is the same situation, you've got great firing power for the team here, and they're going to go back to the Lord.
Kelra is here.
Yeah, Kalra's here. He's part of this fight. So,
Interesting.
again, both teams might take their time here. Buff for Demon Kite, grabs the purple. Same thing for King Kong on the orange. They're going to go for it.
Is this another 50-50 that we might be seeing? Kelra's joining though, but
Oh,
the
you're right.
Yin Yang overturn.
Dapat.
There's a Winter Crown. Super Prince is still alive, and now they don't have the ultimate. Now Onyx just goes in. Kirk with the
Sonic,
Infernal
what a fight.
Pursuits. Kelra
Lah,
has the free hits.
bisa yang
There's the
ultinya ke
Tsunamis that already
Brusco
coming
dong.
out to Kirk.
Oh,
But the
Kirk.
Ogi, Shadow
Oh.
Kill. Everyone's just able to survive. But King Kong,
Ratal ini.
he goes in and surprises everyone with the
Bisa
electrifying
ultinya ke
beats.
Brusco bang.
What is that damage?
That
What the hell,
probably-
That's the
It's the-
Sigma Boy.
That's the Sigma Boy. That's the best joy initiation I've seen in my whole casting life, man.
Under the turret.
Oh my God, King Kong.
Oh, man, I
He just-
swear.
Bro is playing as if he owns a skin for joy.
Oh, that's a
my
huge
God.
take.
Yeah, like everything just seemed so premeditated for Onyx. From the
Wow.
Anticipation of the Yin Yang overturn, the Winter Crown
Yeah.
plays, and then the dives
Itu
from
jelas
Kirk,
kesalahan
like
Hayabusa
everything.
bang ya.
Oh my.
To be fair, Aurora's plays so well. They're punishing
Kali
Kirk
ulti dia
Yeah.
tuh.
so much. And the initial jump from
Itu
King Kong, the
Kelra nggak
initial
pakai
set of
flicker loh.
dashes weren't that good, actually. And it looked really scary for Onyx. But then today we learned the reason why King Kong was known for this joy
Yeah.
is because of the mastery that this guy has with the hero. Still, Onyx has to
Satu
respect.
sama kayaknya.
Aurora's initiations will still be here.
Oh man, let's see if they can push this one further. Rora is gonna have to do damage control. Edward will be dragged back, Dark Wave forward. Kirk's gonna jump in with the Lord. A base turret should go down. First one cracked of the game, 20.5 minutes into this. Rora will clean this up. They're gonna try to maintain the turrets if they can here, but they still gotta respect it, and so does Onyx. Onyx will respect what Rora can do if they get a favor in a team fight, and it'll just be one base turret that goes down.
Oh my goodness. We're 20 minutes into this game and we only got to take down the first base turret.
Yeah.
This is a masterclass right now.
Masterclass. Okay. But everybody has caught up from Aurora. I think this is pretty even. And gold lead does not matter anymore at this stage of the game. It's about map control. Fortunately for Aurora, Lord spawns in the bottom lane. The lane that is not the lane that is pushed up. You know, so this is going to be good for Aurora. I mean,
udah nggak
it's not the
ngitung-ngitung
best,
apa
but
lagi nih,
it's,
bro.
it's very much workable because the
Udah
minions
hampir
will
full
not be
item.
naturally be pushing in the opposite lane. So this is still a pretty even Lord fight, I would say.
Every Lord fight, I feel like for this series so far, I know game one was rather quick,
Okay.
but you could have said the same thing.
For
you know?
sure.
Look how much damage King Kong's done here, though.
Yep. And Dominic had as well. Kelra has picked up the Wind of Nature, sold these
Ini
boots
kayak
for
lot
this one.
terakhir.
So it's gonna be a full
Yeah.
6 slotted
Look at
gold
the push.
laner for Onyx.
I can't believe both of these teams keep risking the 50-50 Lord fights though. Like that's been the
Yeah.
trend for all the objectives we've
Bro.
seen.
Light the new way.
Oh, what do they want to do
Oh,
here?
the window play.
This is the play we've seen
Oh,
many
ketahuan ya
Oh
times
nanti ya.
my
before.
god.
Wait.
This is where the patience comes through. Onyx.
Oh, Onyx, are they diligent?
Oh,
Eh
what are they
bukannya
gonna do here?
nunjukkan diri
Nobody's
di
checking
endong
the
ini.
Lord though.
They know Demon Kite's up there. Do they just blitz this? Is this gonna result
Okay,
in
Edward
a
checks
Lord?
it. Edward checks it.
No, Demon Kite's not even here, so what are they gonna do?
Oh, now they're gonna go
Right?
in,
Oh,
but will
no.
Light find the
Keep going.
target? There
Wait.
goes the Inya overturn, but the
Eh,
Winter
bukannya
Guard once
kelamaan
again sees the
itu.
day, and now Light may be in danger. He will
Oh
try to get
my
away. Immortality gets popped. Kirk still blocking the
Oh,
way.
Demon Kite,
Demon
Demon Kite.
Kite finding Kelra, but Kelra takes out Light, and they share the
Lah, nggak
with
mati.
the perfect stun too, and the Infernal Pursuit. Demon
Kill
Kite
Ryan
goes
masih
down,
selamat.
and King Kong once again with the electrifying beats,
Cigo-cigo,
finding
cek, Bang.
Domenkite, leaving only Yue and Edward to defend.
They thought they had a plan, but Onyx had an
Satu sama,
answer
satu sama,
to
yuk.
it, and now they'll get ready to march towards the
Game
base
ketiga,
to
bos.
take it to a game 3. Unless Rora can do something about it, but those death timers are quite long. Let's see how Onyx ends it.
Edward
Bisa
trying
lagi
to
tuh,
hold
udah menit
as
ke
much as he
20 kok.
can,
Nah.
but Yue, what can he do in this scenario where Keller has his eyes on
Kong.
nothing else but the base?
Mantap,
And
satu
we
sama, Bang, ya.
are